Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the first video in my soon-to-be weekly series where we dive into all things commercial real estate. So my name is Zane Van Winkle. I work at SVN, Walt Arnold Commercial Brokerage in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I went to grad school for real estate and infrastructure from the Johns Hopkins University and have been absolutely loving every minute of commercial real estate and thought that this might be kind of a fun way to give market updates to Albuquerque business owners or small investors, whether they be in Albuquerque or live out of state and are looking to invest in New Mexico, in Albuquerque or the surrounding cities. So every week we'll talk about either a deal story or I'll give some market insight, just kind of a variety of topics that I hope will be of interest to everybody watching here. So let's kick things off. The first property or deal that I chose to talk about for today is a new property that just hit the market this morning, and that's called the Rio Grande Plaza. So let's see. I pulled up the marketing flyer here. So what's unique about this, a lot of you probably know where this is. It's on the west side of Rio Grande, just south of the interstate. And it's, just to the east of it is where all of the sawmill development has been happening. So Hotel Chaco, the sawmill market, obviously you've got Hotel Albuquerque across the street there. So it's, right across the street from this area of Albuquerque that's seeing a lot of appreciation and values run up from the existing development. But also, for those of you that are from here, there's a lot of tracts of land or, large parcels just east of this subject property between about Rio Grande and 12th Street that kind of hint that there may be room to run for development and therefore property appreciation of surrounding, buildings such as this one. So this is, home to like Holmes Winery and, a ton of Albuquerque institutions, local restaurants, bigger, national credit rep tenants like Edward Jones. And it's big. It's 57,455 square feet on 4.3 acres. So it's 8 separate buildings. This is the site plan from the aerial. Here's the satellite image. And this is, Class A, mixed use. This is really a trophy, asset here in the Old Town area of Albuquerque. We'll get into the APOD in just a second here, but here's some photos. This is would be a trophy in any investor's portfolio. Here's the tenant mix. So, you've got, this is a pretty popular restaurant, this Two Cranes Bistro, Lacombs, the Edwards Group. So, law firms, really, great tenants. And what's interesting about this property is, this is a, Class A trophy mixed use asset in a part of town that, I believe has some room to run appreciation wise. And yet this property with a cash flow of $776,000 is being offered at one point, yeah, I wish. $11.1 million. So that represents a 7 cap. So what does that tell us? Well, in Denver, Phoenix, this would be a 6 cap. So that tells us that there's a lot of value here in Albuquerque that savvy investors who are comfortable with Albuquerque demographics and market dynamics can take advantage of. All right, well, that's it for the first video. Thank anybody who watched. Again, my name is Zane Van Winkle with SVN Walt Arnold Commercial Real Estate, and we will see you next week.